Peace be with you. Those are the words that Jesus says when he resurrected from the dead on the first day of the week. Peace be with you. True peace, true, real, sustainable, lasting peace is found in knowing Jesus. And I want to prove that to you. So Jesus, the resurrected Messiah, the Lord of glory. And you go to John chapter 20, the Gospel of John in chapter 20, verse 18, talks about Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she had seen the Lord and that he had spoken these things to her. Now you go to verse 19. The same evening, on the first day of the week, Jesus' disciples are in a room. The doors are shut because they're fearful, because Jesus had just died a gruesome death about 3 days ago. Jesus came and stood in their midst and said to them, "Peace be with you." When he said this, he showed them his hands and his side. Then the disciples were glad when they saw the Lord. So Jesus introduces himself. First thing he says to his disciples after resurrecting is peace be with you. And then he shows them who he is. He shows them the evidence that he is Jesus, that he was the one that was crucified. Another example of this in the same chapter of John, in John chapter 20, was Thomas. When Jesus came and appeared to the disciples, Thomas was not there the first time. Thomas is going to be there 8 days later. It says in John chapter 20 and verse 26, and after 8 days his disciples were again inside and Thomas with them. Jesus came, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, "Peace be to you." Then he said to Thomas, "Reach your finger here and look at my hands, and reach your hand here and put it into my side. Do not be unbelieving, but believing." Once again, you have this same thing. Jesus coming in where the disciples are at. He says, "Peace be with you." And then he presents the evidence for who he is to Thomas. And then Thomas answered and said to him, "My Lord and my God." True peace comes from knowing Jesus. True peace comes from knowing the Jesus of Scripture. If you want more videos like these, you want to learn how to attain true peace, you want to learn more about Jesus, subscribe to my channel, Real Talk with Jordan. We'll have a lot of videos on there for you. I can't wait to see you guys on my channel. Until then, mercy, grace, peace, and love.